Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's story is about a young man who discovered the true power of staying positive even when life seemed to be falling apart. It's a journey from breakdown to breakthrough, and it might just change the way you see your own struggles. Rihan was the kind of person who believed in effort, not just dreams or luck, effort. For 5 years, he worked as a creative designer at a rising media firm in Mumbai. He arrived early, left late, and poured his heart into every campaign. His colleagues admired him, his boss trusted him, and his parents were proud of him. But all of that changed one Monday morning. Rihan entered the office like any other day, with a hot cup of chai and a notebook full of ideas. But by noon, he was called into the conference room. The HR manager and his department head were already waiting. Their faces serious, no smiles. "We're downsizing," they said. It's not personal, but it felt personal. To be let go after years of dedication, without any prior warning or explanation, cut him deeper than he expected. As he walked out of the building, carrying a box filled with desk memories, he didn't know where to go. His confidence shattered, his heart heavy. He walked along Marine Drive, watching the waves crash against the rocks. He sat on a cold concrete bench, staring into the horizon. His phone vibrated, his mother calling. He didn't answer. He couldn't. What do you say when everything you believed in breaks? That's when the old chaiwala approached. Quiet, gentle eyes. He handed Rihan a paper cup and said softly, "You look like you need something warm." Rihan took it, more out of politeness than gratitude. But the warmth of that chai, in that moment, felt like a hand holding his soul. They talked. The chaiwala, once a bookstore owner, told him about losing everything in a riot. He had no backup plan, no compensation, just grief. But he rebuilt his life, one cup at a time. "You're breathing," the man said. "That means you're not finished." Those words stuck with Rihan. That night, unable to sleep, he took out his old sketchbook, the one he hadn't touched in months. He drew something simple. A cracked vase with a flower growing out of it. Below it, he wrote, "Still growing." It was the first time he smiled in days. The next morning, he made a decision. Every day, no matter how small, he would do one thing that brought him peace or purpose. Day 1. He took a walk in the park and sketched a child chasing butterflies. Day 2. He made breakfast for his roommate and wrote a thank you note. Day 3. He applied for a freelance job on a small design platform. Rejections came, plenty, but he kept going, kept creating, kept writing small notes to himself, little reminders that he wasn't done yet. Weeks passed. Slowly, his art began getting noticed. A motivational page reposted his drawing of the cracked vase. A mental health NGO asked if he could design posters for them. Unpaid but purposeful. He accepted. That work led to no gigs, then paid projects. He started a page called Reframe, where he posted one artwork a day paired with a story of hope. People started messaging him. "I was depressed. Your post helped. I cried looking at your art today. Thank you for making me feel seen." Rihan realized something powerful. His breakdown had given birth to a breakthrough. Not in his career, but in his purpose. But the journey wasn't easy. Some nights, he still lay awake wondering if he was fooling himself. Some days, his bank account looked like an abandoned well. But every time he felt lost, he reminded himself of the chaiwala's words. "You're breathing, you're not finished." Then came the pandemic. Clients paused payments, Projects were cancelled. Anxiety returned. Rihan felt like he was back at square one. But this time, he didn't run to despair. He ran towards service. He started a free design initiative for small businesses struggling to survive online. He helped a tailor build a basic website, designed Instagram graphics for a bakery that couldn't afford a digital team. Word spread. Eventually, a global non-profit working in mental health asked him to join their creative campaign. It wasn't just work, it was impact. For the first time in years, Rihan felt whole again. He moved back to his hometown to be closer to his parents. Spent evenings talking to his mother over tea. Reconnected with his childhood friend Zoya, who had also quit her job to become a therapist. They began working together designing emotional wellness content, webinars, podcasts, workshops. One evening, after a successful live event, Zoya said, "You know, if you hadn't lost that job, you'd never have found this life." Rihan smiled. Funny how the worst thing that happened to me became the best thing that happened to me. Months turned into a year. Reframe became more than a page. It became a platform. He built a team of artists, writers, and counselors. They launched a course called Positivity in Practice. Thousands signed up. At his 2-year anniversary of being laid off, Rihan wrote a public letter on LinkedIn. 2 years ago, I thought I was finished. Today, I've just begun. If you're reading this and you feel like life has closed a door, maybe it's because you're meant to build your own house. The post went viral. Messages poured in from around the world. And Rihan went back to Marine Drive. This time, he wasn't carrying a box of broken dreams. He carried a gift for the chaiwala. A card, a thank you letter, and a lifetime supply voucher to his favorite art cafe. The old man read the letter, smiled, and said, "Told you, you weren't finished." Sometimes life doesn't take from you, it redirects you. You're not a failure when you fall, you only fail when you stop trying. Rihan's story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, there is a seed of light waiting to be watered with patience, purpose, and perseverance. So the next time you're surrounded by negativity, remember this. Be like Rihan. Pick up your pen. Brew some chai. Start again. Because positivity is not a personality, it's a practice. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.